Hey everybody, Tony's right. So this video is just like a quick little update to classes. So I got my syllabus for one of my classes and I was like, girl, like this is a lot. And I was like, man, like should I drop this class? And then I looked at all the other like classes and I was like, I can't do that because like none of these other classes are interesting either. But I'm kind of like, oh my god, kind of like looking at it and kind of like stressed because this class is like very intense. It's like it's a book a week, and she's like it's averaging 1 to 200 pages a week. Like, bro, like what the fuck? But it's a cross section course, and I don't know. Like, I've had cross section courses before, and I don't necessarily like them, just because I feel like, as with this course, it just feels like we're getting not filler content. I know that it's helpful for me as a graduate student, but it also just feels like it's a lot of assignments geared towards more undergrad, where like presentations and stuff like that, versus like I don't need that stuff. I need more discussion based things that are helping me process my writing so that I can write better, not necessarily present stuff and do all of that. Like, I feel like that's just gonna take away from like the time that I need to do other things. But it's just like I've already taken a poetry memoir class, I've already taken like a poetry class, I've already taken like a bunch of the electives that are on there, and then one of the courses that I took, one of the courses I already TA'd, so it was kind of like, oh my god, like I don't know. And then the other one was like during the day, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that, that course. So I'm kind of like, okay, that syllabus is like crazy, and we can't really we use Canvas at our university. I can't really see the Canvas because, like, once I see the Canvas, I'm going to go through that class list and see who's in the class to remind myself who's in the class. And then, yeah, so more about my author website. So I'm going pretty well. I mentioned in the other video that it's decent. I have my banner and I have, why is this like this? Hold on. This design is not good. There's something about this that's like messed up. The banner. Why is the banner over here? Okay. I was so confused. Yeah, okay. So, cool. Why is the section like this? Okay, let me just do like that. And then, I'm so confused. There's one little issue that I'm having with this website is that the top banner, the color that I chose does not go all the way over to the edges of this header, and I'm very confused as to why it doesn't, because you have the capability of like coloring the entire background for this. You can like add color, you can add like pictures for your background, you can do all of that, and I'm just kind of confused as to why I can't do it for the very top banner. It's very confusing to me, and I'm like, that's the only issue that I have with this website that I've created. And it's like, I don't want to create an alternate website because like it took me time to build this up. But if I have to, I will, to see if I can change that, because that's gonna like, that kind of irks me like a lot, that isn't resolved, that it's not all the way across the entire page. It's pissing me off. That's pissing me off. So I don't know how to fix it, because when I click on it, it doesn't like it doesn't change at all. Even when I click the entirety of the header and not the two columns that my name and my like settings are in. Cause like, my name, sorry, not name and settings, but name and like topics are in, like whatever sections. There we go. Like I have I guess I'll tell you more about how I just started to design this. So this website, I really wanted to do the main thing of showcasing my publications, showcasing my thought processes, and highlight a lot of the projects that I was doing. So I have like a bio section, I have a work section of where I've been published and things like that, a blog where I can just talk about various things. I have a learn section also where I intend to make content for purchase, where I can sell services like workshops and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna make a book section or contact section where you can do that. So it's coming along pretty well. Like, it's still a work in progress, but I like it, and I feel like I have put enough effort into it that I'm going to continue with it. I'm not going to break it down and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I'm happy that it is what it is. So yeah, there's that. The other thing that I am making is a newsletter. So I know that I want to make a newsletter because I just want quick little things to get people engaged and looking into like what I'm writing and stuff like that, and a way to flesh out my thoughts on here. So my website is actually not going to be the name that I chose for this, but it's going to be something along the lines of what I chose for this YouTube name, but it's not going to be the exact. I have the name of the website that I want. I just need to buy the domain and stuff like that, so I don't want to tell people before I buy it and situate it and all that kind of stuff. But I do have the template that I'm going to use. I'm a Canva girl. I mean, you can use InDesign. You can even use Publisher if you're on the Word family, and if they still do Publisher, I think they still have Publisher or some variation of it, not just Word out there. But I like Canva. It's just very simple. I use it for like all of my stuff, so I'm just kind of like, okay. The first issue of the newsletter will probably go out. It definitely will go out after I make my make my way through like school. So it's going to be after August that it's going to get up there. And yeah, I'm gonna see how I do with the newsletter, because I feel like that will be the main thing that I will create builds with. So there's that. Other things that have happened, people from my program, like the alum, most of them were alum, and I met up and like just discussed the program, like what they're doing after graduation, stuff like that. Like, it's been a few months, right, after graduation, so like what are they up to, things like that. So yeah, that's that. And then I went to an artist critique, like technically last night. Today's Saturday. And that was cool. It wasn't about writing, it was about like art. So this was a lot of like photography, videography, portraiture type things, discussing all of those things in art. But it feels good to integrate myself into the art space, because that's what I do. Even though I'm a writer, it's still art in some capacity. I was supposed to sign up to go to this fashion show, and I definitely waited to like do it. And when I went to go buy the tickets, they were sold out. And it's like it's the next season of the program that I went to learn sewing. So it was unfortunate. I kind of waited, and it like bit me in the ass. Yeah. I don't know if it's sold out or if it was like the time just like stopped for it, but yeah, it's technically sold out. so I won't be able to go to the event. There's another event taking place after that time slot, so it was going to take place at like 5. There's something else that I may be able to register for to go at like 7:30, and it is for something that I had signed up for. Like, it's the the playwriting competition that I wanted to do but didn't getting into. So there's that. I was like, oh, it's so fucking annoying. I kind of am sad about that, but yeah, I didn't get to go. So I might just sign up for this thing, and then there's another opportunity that that like I'm pursuing right now, and we'll kind of just see how that goes. And so we'll see, because I like had a phone interview, and so I want to do that. Let me see. There's something else. Somebody just wrote me like, oh wow, okay, there we go. I was like, I know somebody just wrote me about this. I'm gonna click the link and see if the tickets are still available for this event. If so, then I'll just go to this instead. But I'm trying to integrate myself into the artist world, just because. Oh no, never mind. Let me see. Huh. What happened here? They offered a general admission ticket, but then it's $35 when I go. Oh, okay, it went through. I was about to say, oh hell no. Oh hell no. Not when you like say that it's supposed to be free. Like, don't do me like that. But yeah. So I guess I'll go to this. I tried, I will say, as I get older, I have to be more intentional with like what I'm doing and where I'm going, because I swear to God, like, it's one of those things where you want to be integrated into like the environment and the scene that you're supposed to be in terms of like your writing or your art or whatever. But I'm trying to also balance out being overbooked and burnt out, and I just don't want to be like that anymore. Like, I don't want to be running myself ragged. I don't want to be just like doing all of this stuff. So yeah, so I think this is fine. There we go. All right. Never. Don't save this. And then that. I filled up my stuff. But yeah, so integrating myself into the marketplace that is like this writing world. And just finding my way through it and seeing how it goes and connecting with people. And sometimes when you have these like things, it feels like, okay, I'm doing, I don't know, it feels kind of disingenuous. Like, it's like you want to show up, but you also have these like not nefarious ends, but you have clear ends of like meeting and making connections with people. And it's like you have to like get over marketing yourself. And I think this final year of working on my MFA is definitely pointing me in that direction, you know, to kind of get over it, because the only way you're going to make money is if you talk to people about stuff. And I think sometimes we have these ideas about money and people helping us, or people think you think people don't want to be marketed to, which is, it's like yes and no. Like, people are marketed to a lot more than we think, and they're not as weary about it as you may think. And so I'm trying to get myself over that. And you would think, like, having vended, that I would be like more comfortable, but it's like, it can be exhausting, because it's like sometimes I just feel like I'm showing up to just show up to like meet my own ends, my own career ends, my own political ends. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Making sure that I like stay within the writing and arts communities, forging connections, even if I don't, like, you know, go anywhere with them. But just getting my name out there, getting my voice out there, blah, 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 blah. And then getting ready for the semester, continue with the newsletter, continue with the newsletter, and continue with like the website building and stuff like that. And that definitely will be like after I not graduate, after I get started in the semester. Where is this? There we go. After I get started in the semester, I know it'll be done. And yeah, so that's everything I want to say. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. I'm kind of tired. I want to lay down, because my granddad is downstairs now. I'm always in this room, which means this light is on overhead like all the time, and I'm just never used to that, because I don't have lights on in my room outside of my lamp. So I never have overhead light. So I'm starting to feel really weird always being in my room with this overhead light, and starting to freak me out. I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.